Muncie, Indiana is home of Ball State University, and for many of us, it's our home for 4 years. But did you know that Muncie, Indiana has played a key role in the game of volleyball? That's right, our own university has left a mark on the game of volleyball, and Delaware County is sometimes referred to as the volleyball capital of the world. Throughout this speech, I hope to inform you about the game of volleyball and the history and how far it has come. The game that is now known as volleyball started out as a game called Minitoni. It was created by a man named William Morgan, who worked at a YMCA in Massachusetts. In 1895, Morgan wanted to create a game that used elements from other major sports. He wanted a game to be versatile and enjoyable for all who played. The name of the game came after Morgan realized that there were many back and forth plays, or volleys. Since 1895, volleyball has become a game played all over the world. In 1907, it was named the most popular recreational game in the U.S., and in 1916, the game of volleyball was recognized by the NCAA, the governing body of collegiate sports. It was slowly introduced to schools around the U.S. through physical education classes. During the 1924 Olympic Games, the game was introduced as an American sport, and in 1964, volleyball was played in Tokyo Olympics as a medaling sport. In 1995, the sport turned 100 years old, and in that 100 years, the world saw the development of the U.S. Volleyball Association, which was accepted as the official U.S. governing body by the AAU, or Amateur Athlete Union, in 1937. Since the creation of the U.S. Volleyball Association, the organization has worked towards making the game more uniform and created ways for people to share ideas. Other volleyball organizations and associations have started to form across the U.S. and across the globe after the formation of the U.S. Volleyball Association. In 1947, 14 countries from around the world, including the U.S., came together to create FIVB, or Fédération Internationale de Volleyball, in hopes of unifying the game of volleyball. FIVB is now the largest governing body of volleyball and has helped make volleyball a global sport. But the game of volleyball wouldn't be the global sport it is today without a few important people. One in particular is an individual who has been called the patriarch of volleyball. Dr. Don Chandel has been called the godfather of volleyball and the patriarch of the first family of volleyball. But to most of his former players, including myself, he is just Dr. Don. Dr. Don Chandel is a Muncie native and has been at the center of volleyball in Delaware County for the last 50 years. The game of volleyball wouldn't be what it is today without the influence of Dr. Don Chandel. He was the co-founder of the Midwest Intercollegiate Volleyball Association and served as the first president starting in 1960. Dr. Don Chandel is the second most winning coach of NCAA's men's volleyball, coaching the Ball State men's team from 1964 to 1998. Dr. Don has spent his entire life dedicated to the sport and has shared his passion and knowledge to those around him. He helped develop the essential skills of volleyball, such as setting and defensive strategies. He is also the author of the Volleyball Coaching Bible. Dr. Don Chandel is the patriarch of the first family of volleyball, which includes his three sons, Steve, Dave, and Johnny. Steve was the coach of Muncie Burris Volleyball for 35 seasons, which earned him 21 state championships. 14 of those were straight. I was lucky enough to watch Steve win these championships and learn from him and his players. Steve also co-founded the Munciana Club Volleyball Organization, where most Delaware County volleyball players go to hone their skills. Both Dave and Johnny have successfully coached at the women's team at Purdue University. The Chandels are the first family of volleyball, and they have helped create the game of volleyball that we all know today. When volleyball was first being played, the rules were much different from what we know as volleyball today. There could be any number of players on each side of the net, and the goal was just to not let the ball hit your side, but you could stop it from hitting the ground with any technique you wanted. Today, there are set rules on how you can contact the ball, and a referee will determine what you are doing is considered illegal or not. The game is now played with 6 players on each side, substitutions can be used, and a libero has also been implemented. The game of volleyball has also evolved into beach volleyball that uses many of the same concepts or elements as indoor volleyball, but rather than 6 players, there's only 2. Beach volleyball is very similar, but has made modifications to the game over the year. Volleyball is now a sport played all over the world by men and women of all ages. It's played recreationally, collegiately, professionally, and on the Olympic stage. What was once a game created for the YMCA is now one of the most played sports in the world. Since the creation of volleyball in 1895, it has been played by people all over the world. Muncie, Indiana has been called the volleyball capital of the world by many because of the contributions the Shondell family have made to the game. The game of volleyball is something I have been lucky enough to play and still continue to enjoy. Being a part of the volleyball community in Muncie has greatly enriched my life and others. It is amazing to live in a community that influenced a sport so much. I hope that this speech has given a little bit of background and insight into the game of volleyball, which I hold closely to my heart.